Between Dr. Zollicoffer and his father, thousands of patients in Baltimore have been treated, from pediatrics to geriatrics.
I can tell you that's what you had.
Okay.
Darielle Cooper has been seeing Dr. Zollicoffer since she was a child. Now her 3 children go to him.
Always there when you need him. I mean, night or day. I've literally texted Dr. Z wee hours in the morning. Hey, what is this? I'm sick. I need to come in now. Girl, get in here in the morning.
He's also been there when patients couldn't pay. But recently, Dr. Z became the patient when he was diagnosed with colorectal cancer in October.
When we went out to do the outpatient, it all was denied.
Sadly, he found himself without insurance because of an issue with his Medicare. And the medical industry didn't share Dr. Z's generosity, instead telling him radiation could not start unless he paid up front.
So they sat there and said, oh, you self-pay. So we're going to tell you how much it is per month, which was $150,000, and then we would need half of it down. So they need in between $60,000 to $75,000. So
money he did not have sitting around, but the community would rally around him, including a friend from high school who started a GoFundMe page to help him.
Dr. Z does not ride around a Mercedes. He does not live in a 5,000 square foot home in Homeland. You know, Dr. Z lives in the community of Sandtown, and he treats people in the community.
Dr. Z says for him, practicing medicine has never been about money.
I just live day to day, month to month, just helping people.
So you're not a rich doctor?
No rich doctor. I'm still in Baltimore, right at Lafayette and Fulton, right there in Freddie Gray's neighborhood, still taking care of people.
A native of Baltimore, Dr. Z followed in his father's footsteps. Lawrence Zollicoffer was one of 4 men to integrate the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill School of Medicine, a school where the younger Zollicoffer would also graduate.
You got 2 antibiotics, you got your prednisone. Now,
even with his diagnosis, Dr. Z is still teaching, seeing patients, and staying upbeat.
I take the battles, but I'm not going to change my temperament. I'll take on the challenges, but I'm going to still be kind and laugh and have fun with the patients. This is what we're about. So we want to put out to the world how you navigate even the most deepest pothole, but just what it is that you got to fight. But I don't give up.
Months after his diagnosis, Dr. Z has completed 1 month of treatment. His health insurance issues are now worked out, and his patients have been more than happy to donate to his cause.
This is from the class of Northwestern.
Dr. Z is the best doctor in the entire state of Maryland.
The money raised from his GoFundMe that Dr. Z doesn't need will go back into his clinic. The irony of the situation is not lost on Dr. Z.
The man who championed himself to fix the system got slapped in the face with the same thing he challenges. That's what's ironic. It's just amazing.
This was the perfect place for my children as well as me.
Lisa Robinson, WBAL-TV 11 News.